It is very special. And in that format, I also would be more focused through the whole card along. Because every round matters, every point matters. But when we have last chance, it always feels like it doesn't matter, yeah? I could have been like 50 or 75 points better, but I still would have been ending up in the last chance at the same moment, you know, or in that final round. Like, the situation would have been maybe the same. Like, I have my experiences with last chance from the Fastlane League. That was another weekly cup, and there it was completely useless that we used. Also, the fact that we had this format was super stupid. But one thing that I improved here in comparison to the Fastlane League is the fact that you need top 50% to survive the last chance. It is not enough to avoid being last. You actually have to be in the top 50%. That makes it way more interesting, way more difficult. So that's not as bad. So this is the last try for the world record here. But it is possible with this run, I think. Okay, got a fast end. And there we go! Yay! The last try, guys. Here we go. And with that, weekly shorts discovery. So, we have 5 new tracks. We check, of course, at first the 5 old tracks. I got 80th, so top 100, everything fine. Let's go and see how the world records look like. On the first track, I already know there was a very inside way possible through the trees. And we will probably see all of them going there, correct? So if you want to see this in slow motion or a bit slower, then you see here is a small gap where you can also no-slide through, and that is of course the fastest way. And otherwise it is very important that you get this jump here very clean. And yeah, Itzkreth actually overtook Vintage, and with that overtake, Vintage is not winning the campaign. So, next one. Yeah, it must have been really annoying. Carl Jr. with an early time stayed in world record. 0.04. Holy shit, that was so inside the pole. Yeah, he got the best ending. If I compared with my run, if I focus a bit on my ghosts, they go more inside here. Okay. He pre-drifted before the penalty, interesting. Yeah, he is not in first here, but the ending is extremely important, and he hit this turn here the best from these players. That's why he is in first. Next one is this map, and quite interesting. I can show you first my run. There were 2 different ways. But this one here got beaten by another run because this other one, this other line basically had a cut. This was the one option, pretty safe, but... And also here 2nd place for Vintage. You actually can make a cut using this tree and bouncing to this finish. I tried it yesterday a bit, it isn't that easy as it looks like. Also first of all, you nose slide this whole section here. You see 55-54% steering range. You don't need to try through this checkpoint. Actually, you trigger the checkpoint here on the left as well, which is very weird. You first of all have to figure that out, because when you don't know that, the cut is of course not possible otherwise, but yeah. If you jump far enough to that tree, but that's not simple, then you can make it over here. Then we go next. This is the speed map. I understood it pretty well. Shadow Quencher has the record here. The line through this wall ride was not very obvious, but here you want to touch the plastic to start the speed slide, and here speed sliding out of this, but then go into a nose slide, because only with a nose slide you stay extremely far on the inside, and you just want to minimize the distance that you drive, because the finish is right after the corner. But yeah, Shadow Quencher early on ahead, makes this speed slide, goes into nose slide, and then he even has to smooth steer a little bit, because you can actually, with this kind of speed over 600, you can start to get an auto slide. Yeah, but he gets it very inside and has the record, with quite a margin as well. And then we go to map 5, which is the snow car weird camera map, and we have a record by Kuntz. Carl Jr. also far up here. Aha, now this was what I wanted to know, because it was not quite obvious. Is it now better or not to take this other booster gate? Also first of all, it is very difficult to hit this apex here. You need to hit the apex perfectly, smooth steer also a little bit through it so that you don't get a drift, but only if you hit the apex you have actually the chance to hit this booster gate. And now you see following. He is already a little bit ahead, but is it now faster to make another turn for this booster gate, or should you just go straight here? That was the question. And I mean, he is very even to this blue car by Lord Schromsen. He goes to the left, our wall goes to the left, and they are in first and second in the end, so if you hit this perfectly, it is faster. Alright, and now into the new tracks. Week 49, here we go. Okay, that was already a bit strange, to be honest. Because there was no checkpoint anymore. You have 3 checkpoints in total. Here's the second one. Yeah, now. Now, the question is... can we cut through this? Through this mess? Is it even better? Also this map here is not very obvious. There could be some ways. Also here in the start, like, is it maybe better to directly go to the right? But first of all, I need a clean lap together. A clean lap with normal driving. So I go to the outside here now, keeping grip here, and then I think it is sensible to jump like this and finish a run like this. Yeah, that's 12, that's not that bad. Yeah, I also don't really believe that... Also here's a smooth way to land, but the ghost is overtaking me quite quickly. So yeah, I think that this is not a solution. But there are also other ways that you can look out for. Yeah. This is also an option. There are many things possible on this track, I feel like. But is anything really faster? Is anything faster? This was a very clean start. Rip. And I thought also from here, but it does not look that good. I'm not sure. Everything looks a little bit too slow, to be honest. Oh, I cannot get this crazy start again that I had earlier. Also, The line is unclear, not gonna lie. The line is not obvious. The thing is that you also need to release when you cut over this penalty hill into the finish. I need to go more diagonal. Here we go. And this transition is also quite tough. Yeah, this is how you start. It was a rather clean run, apart from the start of course, no? But the other transitions were pretty decent, that's why it was up to 12, I guess. But the start is the reason why it was not better than 12. But yeah, this left turn here is quite tough. I want to maybe try a different line there again, just to see if that can work. Like if I go through the left here, and then I cut this. Yeah, look. That was easy. And we have the typical 7th place. Amazing. Also this line was a lot easier to drive than when I tried to keep perfect grip, I have to say. There is no downhill. Okay, let's improve my time again by one run. You know, there were also other weekly shorts where you had these penalty uphills and you wanted to make sure that only your back tires have grip, like ground contact. And this is kind of what I try in this beginning here. I want to be on the edge of jumping. Yeah, like this, you see? But there's also a weird gear again. Yeah, you see, now I just went very diagonal, kept grip completely, and that is slow because you have penalty. But airtime is also slow, you need this mix, and this was good again. Yeah, there is a damn gear again. Because it is exactly, you're still in this drift and there is this jump as well. That's super annoying again. Like you saw how much I actually lost compared to my PB Ghost. Last try now. Let me go next. Yeah, it's a little bit annoying, but okay, then let's go next. And we have snow again. Alright, alright, alright. Here we go. Snow car. Discovery. As the second map usually is characterized by being a slow map, they often choose snow car maps. Either Neoslide, Stadium Tech, or snow car. I mean, I have nothing against that. So here it's now still a bit unclear what's the ideal line in the start. I have to figure out still. Then the question is, can we just cut? I think yes. Looks like it. Like this here is not great, but what I did before, where I went over this edge, seems to be the solution. And then this is not it. I will try again the outside line once. Maybe it wasn't that great in my PB. Yeah. Also this here is definitely worse, because you take just more penalty. Also if you would go outside, you really need to stay on the road. And you have more speed. The question is, can you even use the speed? Probably not. Is there any other cut possibility in this? I still have to figure out how to avoid this bug again. Fanati once sent me a clip. But if you guys still have the clip, I must have bookmarked it though. Probably I bookmarked it as well. Yeah. Oh, that was sick. A 2/10 improvement, nice. The start is still like the question mark for me with the sausage. What if I just jump? Okay, that's worse. I mean, you would also expect it being worse, but... Oh my god, look at this. I wanted to try that. What is here? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Wait. Does that give us options? Oh, full tour. Crazy good, thanks. I knew you might have it maybe, or you might find it quickly. I have to check this out, this cut. Okay, this is not good enough. Ah, this is so close. Now the thing is that I'm pretty sure that if you go backwards, you will make it. But probably I would need to start backwards then. Let's do a full run with it. Also the thing is following. If I manage to turn around my car so that I can continue forwards. Also, I want to basically make a spin. Was that possible with that car? It's usually as the boarding the spin immediately. Oh! I mean, that was not intended, but that could be it, you know? That was basically just luck. I touched this block here, I made a jump and got a spin from it. But to be honest, how do you have snow knowledge, Volltour? Ah. Yeah, wait. Ah. Ah, but I don't jump far enough if I hit it too early. Also, we saw that there is a possibility with this. Because this block here, if you hit it perfectly, it can also turn you around 180. But yeah, otherwise it will be difficult. Because here I don't see how you could turn around. And then we have to finish. But this could be it, you know? Could be it. Also I remember from Trackmania United, an Adeo map, where you also wanted to just jump off from a flat wood platform, and you wanted to drop down into the snow, and you were driving backwards on that wood, and on the snow you wanted to land forwards. There is such a map. And also there I realized that you have to press something certain, but I don't remember how exactly it worked, so that you actually make a spin. It didn't just work normally, you had to do something so that you get a nice spin. So from this track I know that there are ways to make the car spin a little bit faster. Naja, basically the ending here is the maximum important thing. Finishing super inside is very difficult to hit well. Nein. Gut. Ah. Yeah, and as I noticed, this won't be working. .47th only. It's crazy how good people are on snow. In the weekly shorts. Even in the fast learning. .23rd. Okay. We're getting there. I was of course wasting quite some time by trying the cut. I am pretty sure the cut is possible. Maybe I should have continued when I made it after several respawns. Maybe I should have continued there. And see what kind of time that would have been. It wasn't perfect, that's why I thought I don't continue. Oh, I got another PB. And that even though I didn't really skip any penalty. So if I would be able to skip the penalty better, I should even gain more time. Where could you cut jump? Here? Or how do you want to jump this? Like so tight here, you mean probably. Not sure if it's possible. Sadly, very long respawn to test it out. Okay, one last try where I tried to cut again. And then we go next, so that we get through all the maps in time. I mean, I have to touch it, but less. Alright. But I think there can be a cut on that snow map for the world record, I'm pretty sure. Okay, let's see what we have. This is the third map, Temple of Cuts. Huh, that looks interesting. We don't have a single checkpoint on this map. Normally you would just follow the dirt here into the finish, but there are several ways of getting faster through all of that. One of these will be most likely this. Okay, what the fuck? Okay, first of all I drive a normal dirt one. So, but now the question is, we saw of course this block here. But then, can you actually make it up there? And what if I, for example, go through this? It's not really that great. That's an interesting map. But it depends a bit how many different ways we find. Because here we have a really annoying speed check, so it's not really that obvious if you can just easily get it or not. You can of course also just cut until here, go onto the dirt, and then you continue. But I'm pretty sure that there is a more direct way of doing things. I mean, we are not really ahead. We are not really ahead with what we do. Also this only would make sense if I can continue up with making here a jump up on this. Is there more possible? We can of course also go down here. This would be crazy if you can actually just climb this up. I mean, this would be the obvious fastest route if that works. We should at least try it. I mean, I didn't want to try it as my first thing because I feel like, yeah, it's just annoying to hunt, no? But let's be honest. Someone will get up there. It will work. But it's super annoying to hunt, of course. But I see it possible. This was already a bit further. Actually, I just noticed I can get onto this. And then go up to the finish there. Then I don't need to take the whole uphill. Okay, not that simple to make either. The question is, how would you drive this map if you were... in the weekly shorts cup from Juliano. I mean, probably it's not happening again, but if it would happen... Ah, you can also just make it like this. Very slow, but I still PB. Okay, this is slower. So we'll try again this way. It's faster. And now I want to see if that start line is actually better or not. It's not. Also the fastest way so far would actually be very boring. You just follow the dirt. And then you go into there. I mean, I messed the finish up completely still. But is there more that I didn't try yet? Here on the right side, for example. You cannot really continue far there. Yeah, here's nothing. So the shortest way is either this or climbing up this. Also these are the things. You can of course also jump from here against this block. We can try that as well. I somehow have to get a better angle for that. Yeah, tough. Also, I think that you would come from here instead. But yeah, here you get overtaken if you go back to this. Also you would need to follow that start here. You would need to follow it up with something here. What I can still try, if I find the way and a good enough angle, is going in here, like this. Also our old way, but driven this kind of, because you make it up here. Ah, I touched the thing. Also I did PB, but I would have been way faster. With the other route, if I hit the finish there. But this is at least like one option what you can do. Damn it. You see how much I lost there. Also this here, I'm 20th, is so far, until now, it is a very good way of doing this map. And it's even if you would play rounds on this map, you would do well with that way. I mean, maybe I can release and keep grip so that I don't jump against the wall that much. Ah, okay. I'm not sure if that is better or not. No, okay. I got overtaken. Yeah, I want one more better PB, to be honest. One more better PB. Where I get that clean. actually crazy, because when Scrappy is first, then many players most likely copy his line. Then it's very surprising that I am 20 years when I know that I can drive so much faster. That's what I meant with faster. Oh! Haha! Guys, I improved massively and I dropped so many positions now. Haha! Okay, yeah, also the 20th place was also really weird, not gonna lie. And I kept my position. Scrappy is not even streaming. Interesting. But also interesting how I kept my position. I mean, in the end it might be faster to just jump against it. And maybe I should try just to see it again. Is this really slower or not? I mean, it is definitely way more inconsistent. But yeah, when I was 20th, I felt like, okay, this is maybe the correct race so far. But now, people figured something out on this track. Now I'm not completely sure anymore. I mean, it will be very close with the times on this way. But maybe people found something else. Also if we do a last, I have to go to the next map. If we have a last look though, I am pretty sure that there is a way to get up this mountain. Someone will make it, a few people will make it. If you get up here, you immediately finish. That's just PF, you know. It is just the straightest line possible through the map. It is very obvious that you would do this. Ah, wait, I want this. This is still interesting. Did we have a clean way into it? Nah, not really. Damn it. We don't really have a very clean way into that. Yeah, I thought if there is a way to have speed through this hole, then you have a better angle for this, you know? Then this would be something, but we don't really get a good angle into this. Yeah. Also the next thing was you jump onto this and then against this uphill. That was the other idea. And then you bounce over this. But yeah, I don't know. The other way was just normal dirt and you drive there. I mean, there are of course only limited ways where you can actually cut the whole track. Yeah. The other thing was this cut, but it is worse than this, as it looked like. And yeah, other things, I mean, it would be cool if there was something completely hidden where you first drive completely back and then something, but I don't see anything in that regard. I think the world records will just literally climb up this mountain and it will work for them. This is what I expect. Otherwise, this here is the easiest way. It is very slow towards the finish, but there's nothing else you can do in that regard. Let's go next. This is, I think, in-game music, isn't it? Or not? Well, we have another old car map. We have a lot of old cars lately. Really cool. What is this finish on top there? Ach, I see that you can cut the reset. That's why there is a red sign. Ooh, that worked. Okay, I want to check if I missed something. There's a lot of scenery for such a short map. Yeah, also you cut this, that makes completely sense in my opinion. Then you wiggle over this penalty. Then we get here reactor down, that makes sense. What is the sign telling me? I mean, nothing, because you cannot really avoid the reactor, so at least I don't see what the sign otherwise would be telling. Wait. Maybe it wants you to drive on the underside of this block? Nah. No. I don't even know if it would work with that weak reactor. What is this? Does this lead to somewhere? No. No, also we just drive into this checkpoint, ideally. Are there any more red signs before that in this section here? Also there are signs here to the left into the CP, yeah. I also want to be in the checkpoint. Can we skip this reset somewhere? Nope. Okay. Yeah, then we have to go like this. Then another reactor down. A strong reactor down. And now it gets of course always interesting with these strong reactors. Because there are multiple ways possible. This is so confusing with the scenery. You might wonder if there are even more finishes hidden somewhere. Wait, here's something? No. Yeah, what is this finish? Is it just scenery? Would there be a way? I mean, with the reactor you can of course always fly. Like you can probably leave this turn here, bounce against something, and suddenly you start souping. Wouldn't really want to try that. Yeah, I can understand your opinion as well. But I mean, most of the maps are still stadium, usually. What a drift. "23rd. Also these wiggles are very important over the off-road. And I don't know, in this game here I don't really like them too much. I have the feeling that I have less grip on that off-road, and when I try these aggressive wiggles I often just drift away. 19th. I still drifted in the ending. Super weird. 3 more minutes. Then we have 10 minutes for the 5th map. It's actually really tight and you don't really want to steer there in the chicane, but you have to skip that. I'm surprised with all the gates that we have that this trick is only in the start with skipping the reset. I thought that he would implement it more often on the track. Okay, that was a really cool wiggle, but apparently too much. Because I still wiggled when I joined the road again. Okay. And you can also go here and jump a little bit, but that's not good. Maybe here from underneath. No. Sadly, there's no finish there. Too bad I slid away, but yeah, this second off-road section is completely difficult. I cannot really get a two-wheeler here, somehow. I don't even know why. Why can I not do it to the right? To the right I cannot, I can to the left or something, and then, I immediately slide. Super weird. Here, immediately drift. There's nothing with two-wheeling. I don't really know why. Corny third, yeah, we know what that means. I mean, there are reactors, so... Especially a strong one. Okay, last try. When I hit the start cut. Okay, I didn't really get that clean. Without that drift, my ghost would have been a bit faster. But let's go to the last map. Flappy Car it is called. It has also reactor. And we have to drive on a wall, if I saw that correct. Ah, yeah. Where are... do we not see that text? Is it always like first a reactor in each checkpoint and then a turbo, or first a turbo then a reactor? Like this, I guess. Because I was wondering how can we still have reactor? Oh yeah. I'm not really sure if we need these turbos. Probably yes. Why do I now start with this camera? This is of course way more difficult than if I start like this and can aim the start. That's a bit weird. Also when you're finished, and then you get a worse start, basically, a worse start camera. Ah, rip, I missed the threat boost. I think in the end it makes sense to go like this. But I can also try the upper line once, out of interest. Oh. Yeah. I'm a bit ahead. There's of course also a full upper line. Also if I would now say I want to go up here, then this is definitely worse. Yeah, also I think I found already the best line, I would think. Ah, rip. Oh, nice. It's the bottom plastic. That is true. Okay, yeah, that helps us. Good ice. That can be helpful to use at the end of this long downhill. I mean, it's quite difficult. Because you really need a good bounce. I'm not sure, because we are not at the very bottom at the checkpoint. I'm not super sure yet if it is actually usable or if a clean corner is just better. Ah, we can, before the checkpoint, we could maybe before the checkpoint. Yeah, this can be a solution. And 89th, yay! Ach, rip, I missed it. Ach, rip. Rip. Can I get a better angle or not? Ah, here. Let's go, because I think if you just go straight and then to the right, you cannot get that thick angle that I just had. Ja, okay, also we have the lions, That's a cool map. Also yeah, it's another good week, I think. Again, some old car maps for me, but generally. And I like it when these LoL maps are more skill-based. This one here is skill-based, is again a weird camera. We have that now twice in a row, that we drive the 5th map with a weird camera. Wow. That was actually sick. I even released before the uphill here, just for a good angle. But even though I released, it was better. Ah, rip. Rip. But maybe I should also make one try again where I don't use the plastic. but not necessarily this one. No! Ah, shit, wait. Okay, I'm only 10 behind. You have to know how to plastic bounce this. This is too much. Damn it. Damn it. More tears without plastic. Interesting, I just missed all these red booster gates and it didn't really matter. Makes me wonder if it then actually plays a role or not to use them or not. Okay, it is almost cup of the day time. So last try. Ah, okay. Alright. But good maps overall. Very good maps. Also the first map was quite interesting. Yeah, there are some tricksters on all of them. Good week. Let's go cup of the day, guys.